this is the same thing I said about Better Call Saul. You know Better Call Saul? One of the greatest TV shows of all time. Never won an Emmy Award. I say right then and from there, any TV show that says, oh, it has an Emmy Award, they're great. No, that award means nothing just because of that decision. Same thing here. This guy represented what a first ballot Hall of Famer was. Okay. Let me start from the start of this guy's career. What creates a legend? What creates someone? Is it by their all highest or about what they do with their lows? Because Eli Manning has had some of the lowest of his career. Who hasn't? In the beginning of his career, he's in the shadow of his older brother and his dad. He went 0-2 in the wild card in his first 3 seasons. He was not good. Tiki Barber leaves the team and publicly makes fun of him. Michael Strahan is threatening to retire, and their coach, or he's threatening to retire or leave, and their coach is on the hot seat to get cut, and Eli Manning's on the hot seat to get cut too, heading 2007 season. And what do? They start 0-2. Oh no. They go on a 7-game winning streak. But they digress a little bit in the end of the season. They barely make the wild card. And everyone's thinking, oh, it's the same thing again. Eli Manning not going to do anything. He plays the Bucks. He plays Jeff Garcia. He puts out an amazing performance and beats the Bucks. Everyone was happy, proud, great, awesome. No one believed. No one could even conceive what was going to happen next. He goes to play the number 1 seed in the NFL, the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys, their rival, who I'm pretty sure swept them that year. Or I think we beat them once, but no, they swept us. They were the number 1 seed in the NFC. I think they had almost 13 or 14 wins. Tony Romo's playing amazing. Jason Witten's playing amazing. Everyone's playing amazing. And Jerry Jones says, "Oh, you guys can have." They already bought their tickets to the NFC Championship. He walks in there and beats them at their home on the road in the divisional against the NFC team. Number 1 seed beats them.
Anybody can.
What the frick is that? Bro, what the frick is that? Bro, when Joe Burrow's not a first Hall of Famer, I'll let you talk, bro.
Oh, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. So he beats the number 1 NFC team on the road. Then he goes in to Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers and Brett Favre in the coldest playoff game in NFL history. And his last game as a Green Bay Packer, as he's having an insane season. And what does he do? He beats them in a game-winning drive, and he beats them.
Wait, hold up, Noah. You didn't hear me. I was on mute. You're a bitch, Noah. I'm letting you talk, you bitch boy, okay?
Bro, you're playing music.
Now I'm interrupting you, but before that.
You're playing music, bro.
Relax. It's music. Gosh damn, sue me. Holy crap.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
All right, back to your my fault.
All right. So he goes on and beats the Green Bay Packers on the road. He beat the number 1 seed in the 2nd seed NFC on the road. And then this right here solidifies any argument anyone can do. He doesn't just play the greatest team in NFL history. He plays the greatest team in sports history, guys. The sports history. You don't understand how good the 2007 Patriots were. They had a top 5 ranked defense with the number 1 ranked offense. Tom Brady was coming off a dynasty 3 Super Bowl and 5-year run. And here he is. And he has the most passing touchdowns in NFL history at the time with 50. And the most passing yards in NFL history by 50. He won MVP unanimously. And also, Randy Moss, one of the greatest receivers of all time, in his prime, puts up the most receiving touchdowns in NFL history in a single season. That still stands today with 23 touchdowns. That's more than what most quarterbacks get. And they blew out every team. The closest team that came to him, guess who the closest team came to the regular season? Eli Manning and the Giants. Week 18, where the Giants already locked into the wild card. Patriots already locked into the first seed, obviously. But they both want to play because they want to end their perfect season. They want to keep their perfect season. And it's a great game, but the Patriots win 38-35. So here they are in the Super Bowl. They are 19-0. I'm sorry, 18-0. And they beat them. And let me just say, the game was close. Eli Manning didn't play a perfect game. He made a couple mistakes. He should have thrown an interception a couple times. He wasn't playing great. It was a low-scoring game. The defense helped a lot. But when I tell you, when there's 2 minutes left and he walks on that field, there is not one man I would rather have to do that. There's not one other man who could have done that besides Eli Manning. And anyone who had any doubts about that, he proved it again later on. I'll get to you. He goes out there and it's 3rd and 5 with 1 minute left, down 4 points, and he's getting sacked by 3 people. And what does he do? Breaks out of it and throws a pass right into a stride. And yes, David Tyree made a great catch. Great catch. And I give him a lot of props for that. But if he would never broke out of that, made that pass, made that read, it would have been sacked, it would have been 4th down, and then you're 1 play away from losing the Super Bowl. And then later on, he throws a fade route to throw a touchdown, which wins the Super Bowl, and he beats the greatest upset in human existence. Well, David and Goliath is debatable. But it was insane. Super Bowl MVP. 2008, he goes 12-4, starts 5-0. He wins Pro Bowl. He the 2nd seed. Now, yes, one of his star receivers shoots himself in the freaking leg, and his defensive tackle was injured. Sergio Luminari, who had 6 sacks against the Eagles in 2007. So clearly, they lost in the playoffs. Not his fault. Okay, 2009, he has a good season. He gets knocked out of the playoffs again. Not looking good. 2010, he throws more interceptions. He throws like 20 interceptions. His career's down in the plumps. Everyone's thinking it's over. 2011, he plays a solid season, not a great season. Barely makes the wild card. He's playing Matt Ryan, Matt Icy at their home in the playoffs. What does he do? He beats them in the wild card. Then he goes on plays. Guys, can I just say this, bro? The defending Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers, who are 15-1 with Aaron Rodgers as an MVP at their home in Lambeau Field. Guys, this team was 19-1 in the last 20 games, and he beat them on the road in a playoff game where he outperformed Rodgers by far. Then he goes to the NFC Championship playing against the San Francisco 49ers, who had one of the greatest defenses. And what does he do in the NFC Championship? He throws 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions for 400 yards in one of the greatest NFC Championship games performance in NFL history. Then he plays the Patriots again in the Super Bowl. And guys, he's down 2 points again. He's playing a great game, but he's down. And what does he do? Pressure in his face. Throws to Mario Manningham in the greatest pass in NFL history, the most clutch pass in NFL history. It could have been delivered by God himself more perfectly the way he passed it. And he goes on and wins the game. 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Only 6 quarterbacks that average 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he did it. You cannot tell the NFL story without Eli Manning. Right then and there, they should have made the Hall of Fame right on the spot. They should have called Roger Goodell, whoever the frick, and said, "Go, start making that jacket." I don't give a frick what goes on after. 2012, he has a great season. He gets another Pro Bowl. Didn't lost in the playoffs, though. And then later on, he'll struggle. In 2014 and 2015, he had one of the best years ever, 35 touchdowns, and they did not give him a Pro Bowl. It was ridiculous. You know why he didn't do it? Because he had a losing record. He had the 3rd-ranked offense in the NFL with the 30th ranked defense. He put up 49 points and still lost. He threw 6 touchdowns and still lost. And he got sacked more than anyone. And here's another thing. Eli Manning is one of the most loyalist players in NFL history. He defines what a Hall of Famer and a leader is. He led his team. He was a leader. He was a voice in that team. Even when his own coach he loved got fired, he stayed. Even when they benched him for Geno Smith, ending his 300 consecutive straight winning streak, starting streak, he still stayed. He still stayed respectful. Even when he got injured, hit more than anyone, he never missed a game for injury ever. Bleeding from his face, injured, hurt his shoulder, always stayed on the Giants, never left. And his star receiver gets traded. He gets replaced by Daniel Jones. His star receiver gets injured. They don't give him any help offensively on offensive line. He stays as a Giant and he fights till the end. He wins Walter Payton Man of the Year also. He does everything. He's a great person, a great man, and a greater player. If he's not a first ball Hall of Fame, what the frick does this mean? He defined what a Hall of Famer is. He defined what greatness is. He captured it more than anyone in it ever could. You cannot tell the history. You cannot tell the history of upset. You cannot tell the history of the NFL. You can't tell the history of greatness without introducing Eli Manning's name. So frick you, NFL. Burn in hell. I'm done. Yeah, they were there.
Okay. That was an incredible speech by Noah Mariner. So yeah. I apologize to Evan.
Yo,
and I
sorry, I'm
apologize
back.
to the chat for having to listen to that, but you know.
Did you guys concur with me?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get in. I thought he was going to get in because you look at it. He has an impressive.
I agree with every word I heard of your speech. Every word I heard.
I was surprised because before the season started, I'm like, yeah, he's probably going to get in because he has an impressive resume. So
He will get in the Hall of Fame. That's not even a debate, but he should have been first.
I still think he'll get in. I think he has to at some point. I'm just surprised he didn't.
But I'm sorry, bro. What he accomplished and what he did, only 6 quarterbacks in NFL history of two. If you want to talk about, he doesn't have Pro Bowls, he doesn't have MVPs. You tell me what's more impactful, Super Bowl MVP or MVP? Tell me what's more. Easily Super Bowl MVP. He has 2 of them. You know when people have 2 Super Bowl MVPs? Only a couple. I think it's Holmes, Eli Manning.